This is Ginny with LearnWithGinny.com. I'm an uber busy mom who is running late today, so we're going to try to make this fast. But what I do is I help other moms get their home businesses online and point them to the right training to get more prospects and leads for their home business. And I also, specialize in squeezing stuff like this into the pockets of your day. And I do this early in the morning because it's really the only time that I can consistently show up for you. So if you're live, make sure you say hi and tell me where you're from and what your home business is, what your biggest struggle is, because I would love to know what it is that you want to hear from me. Otherwise, I just pop in with whatever ideas come up in my head, because ideas are everywhere, and that is what I want to talk about today: knowledge. There's actually 2 posts that I'm going to recommend you go to. The first post is just going to be an outline of this video along with the links. And one of the links is going to point to a guest post on my blog by Jim Straw, and it's called Knowledge is Power. So, is it power? It is only power if you use it, right? So he wrote a book called You Can Move Mountains, and there's some really good stuff in there. I did a post a while back outlining some of the ideas in that book too. If you'd like to have that post, just let me know. Maybe I'll link it at the bottom of my post, because I always put in other posts you might like, in there. So while knowledge and information is good to know and good to collect, if you're not doing anything with it, it doesn't create the momentum or the power to get you going forward. So anybody, any kid that's had math can tell you that 2 + 2 = 4, right? And this, I'm going to have you read this post because, Jim tells it a lot better. But so what? So what if 2 + 2 = 4? What if you need to know, if you need to use that knowledge, right? In the real world. They'll need to use it in their jobs. So I hear a lot of gurus, because I do buy a lot of courses and I buy a lot of training, and almost every single one of them will have in their webinars sometimes a rant, because what they see in their students is people gathering information, people gathering it up, taking notes, saying this is awesome training. But then they sit on it and they don't do anything with it. What good is it doing on your shelf? Ray Higdon always likes to say that your notes from an event or from a training is like uncashed checks. Use that knowledge. Use it. Put it out there and teach other people what you know. That's one of the keys to personal branding and attraction marketing. And that's why I'm here. I'm sharing what I'm learning. And I have 3 things I want to discuss that inspired me from the Earl Nightingale cassette series that I'm listening to. I don't actually listen to him on cassette, I listen to him on my phone. And, by all means, ask me which volume it is, and I'll send you, wherever I got it. Good stuff. And I keep talking about it day in and day out because I keep being more inspired by what I hear. Now, the other day I did get an email from one of my followers, and this person asked me if I was just creative or I just have a source for unlimited ideas. And the truth is, the ideas for your blog posts, for your emails, for your conversations are everywhere. Everywhere. And if you're only open to them, they'll pop up. Just on a 20-minute drive, I must have taken 5 notes, ideas for headlines for my emails. And they're all little topics that will lead in to sales and hopefully educate my customers. So I talk into my phone. I say, note to self, whatever it is. I'm not going to tell you all my ideas. They're mine. But you know what? Get on my email list and you'll see them in my emails, because I do email you every day. So 3 thoughts here, and there's a quote from John Milton's Paradise Lost that I want you to think about. I will quote it at the, when I'm done with these 3 things. But number 1 is, our lives are a reflection of our thoughts. So be careful what you think, and think the way you want to be, if that makes sense. One other book that I'm going to recommend, again, is Psycho-Cybernetics, but what he talks about in there is visualizing who you want to become and then start acting like that person. So again, your thoughts are who you are. And how much fun is it when you start opening up yourself to all those ideas? So start reading. If you're not doing personal development, I know, your upline probably recommended it. And if they didn't, they should, because you need to grow and you need to expand your horizons, because what you know is certainly not even close, not even a little piece of what there is out there. So, spend your lifetime learning, because one of the quotes from Earl's book is, knowledge leads to freedom, and freedom leads to joy. And I'm going to tell you that it's absolutely true. Number 2, most people don't think their thoughts all the way through. So we all have ideas. Ideas come to us from everywhere, like I said. But a lot of times, our thoughts are fleeting. We think of them and then follow the path a little bit and stop. Onto another thought, onto another idea. What if you followed through with those ideas and went down the whole path? Where would it lead you? And number 3, I already said it actually, ideas are fragile. So they're fleeting, they go away. I don't know how many times, if I didn't have something to take notes with, the idea for a new ad or new campaign, or an idea for helping you out more, pops into my brain, and then if I can't write it down right away or record it somewhere, it's gone. Then, later on in the day, I'll be like, what was it? And it's just gone. It's fleeting and it's fragile, so take notes. Here is the quote that I want you to keep in mind, and because your thoughts are who you are. The mind is its own place, and in itself can make a heaven of hell, a hell of heaven. Let that sink in and make it a great day. I'll see you tomorrow morning. Read the post and get free training on my blog.